In our last episode, we showed you the buying process of our new sailboat. And in this episode, we pack our bags and move aboard to live full time. So come along with us on this epic journey.
Every day, and I'm still so amazed by you. So hold me tight through the night.
They're on the way to Folkestone to catch Le Shuttle, or the old Channel Tunnel, across to France. And that's where the real adventure starts. Yeah. With our entire lives packed into a van, we said goodbye to England for the last time. Ahead of us lay a journey through Europe and the start of a brand new chapter, living aboard our sailboat Kaia. With our pet passports sorted, check-in was a breeze. That gave us plenty of time to grab a bite to eat and walk the dogs before loading our car onto the train. Loaded onto the Eurotunnel, the 2-hour trip under the English Channel flew by. And before we knew it, we'd arrived in Calais, France, with our adventure officially underway. Over the next 3 days, we took our time driving through France, soaking up the beautiful countryside and picturesque coastline. With every mile, the views kept getting better. From cute villages to small surf towns, France made the start of our journey unforgettable. Cheers! First cold one of the trip. Cheers! We have arrived at our campsite for the night. So here we are, we're all set up in the van and we're going to spend the night with the dogs. It's going to be cosy. We camped near the France-Spain border, in a peaceful pine forest, and enjoyed a quiet moment surrounded by nature. The fresh scent of the trees and the peace of the nearby beach gave us some much-needed rest to breathe and take it all in. We spent the afternoon letting the dogs run wild in the surf. Watching them chase the waves and dig in the sand reminded us why this lifestyle is going to be so special. It's about the freedom to pause and enjoy life's little moments. The following morning we crossed into Spain, continuing our journey towards our new home. As we travelled through the north of the country, recent flash floods had caused chaos, with riverbanks bursting and roads barely passable. It slowed us down, but it only added to the sense of adventure. We're just driving down this road here. It looks like there's been some flash flooding, and you can see it. Look at it all. It's all totally flooded. All the farmers' fields are all flooded over.
And now we're gonna stay over in a little apartment. What was the town?
I have no idea what the name of the town is. You can kind of get an idea that we are in the middle of nowhere.
We are in Spain.
Oh, we're in Spain, yeah.
We are in Spain. And taking our way down to Cartagena from France. And tomorrow we're gonna take our last drive. So it will be about 6 hours probably.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll have.
And then we can introduce the dogs to the boat. That's going to be an interesting part, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hopefully they like it.
I think we're gonna, then they are with us. So last night we camped and we slept in the van. So we literally didn't move all night, slept, didn't snore, nothing.
Once they're settled with us, then they kind of get used to it, don't they?
Yeah.
So, and we're going to be with them all the time, so I'm sure they'll be fine.
Yeah. Okay, bye!
Bye, catch you on the other side! After 4 exciting days of travel, we finally arrived in Cartagena, where Kaia, our sailboat and new home, was waiting for us. The moment felt surreal, as if we'd stepped into a dream we'd been chasing for years. All the planning, research and endless conversations about this very moment had led us here. And now, standing on the dock staring at her, it felt overwhelmingly real. Seeing Kaia tied up on the pontoon wasn't just about stepping onto a boat. It was stepping into an entirely new way of life. A life of freedom, adventure and the unknown. We'd imagined this moment so many times, but nothing could prepare us for the rush of emotions. Excitement, nerves and pure exhilaration. This was it, the beginning of everything we'd dreamed of. The only problem being was that when we arrived, Spain was in the middle of a 40-degree heat wave, and Kaia felt like an oven. The first thing we did was open every hatch and door to let some airflow through and cool things down. With the airflow sorted, we grabbed the cold water hoses and got to work giving Kaia a much-needed deep clean. Salt, dirt, and months of dust had built up, so scrubbing it down from bow to stern was the first big task. And making sure to keep this camera this way.
Come and sail the world and just drink champagne and cacao. Now I have to do this. And he even can't do that properly.
So I've just been to the Capitana, or the office here at Cartagena, and re-registered the boat in our name. So now the space is all ours and we're all booked and we can go in and out. So we have our little festival trolley here to load some stuff up. It would be pretty difficult without it. Over the next few days we slowly moved everything aboard. Every box unpacked and every corner organised brought us closer to making Kaia feel like a home. So we arrived on Friday, late in the day, and we moved a couple of bits and bobs on, some important bits, and we just settled into the boat. Saturday we continued to move a load of stuff on, but it is difficult with the heat. I wrote myself a little list of jobs to sort out, so I checked all the engines over, did all the wobble checks. I had a look at the generator, but we need to buy a charger for that because it's totally flat at the moment. Set up all of the Raymarine systems, so they're all linked to my iPad and my phone, etc. At some point we'll be putting a new name on the boat and the flag. The important ones really, I'm just trying to knock them off before we get out on the water. A few days later, and with the sea calling, we repaired the boat for our first sail. Of course, before we could set sail, we had to make sure Kaia was in top shape. That meant ensuring the engines were running smoothly. Time to do some engine checks before we run them. Today's the big day. We're going to take the boat out for its first go. So first things first, we've got to do our engine checks to make sure everything's all nice and running in here, both engines, and then we'll start them up, keep them running for 20 minutes, and then we'll get out on the water. So we're going to go out for our first sail, so I'm just getting the boat ready now. Making sure all the hatches are closed, making sure all the doors are latched back, and closing all the valves so that all the loose stuff doesn't slide around. So switching on the VHF. All the navigation instruments, water heater off, battery charger off, water fresh Biltram's fridges, that's all alright. Probably going overkill on closing all the hatches, but seeing as it's our first sail, we may as well do everything right. Okay, so I'm about to attach our British flag, or a British ensign, to the back of the boat. There we go. We've just set the bow and the stairlines to slip, and we've taken off the springs, so we're almost ready to slip the lines and set off. We're going to go up, switch on the nav, get the engines up and running. Let's get going. So this is us, and we're going to take her out into the bay, and then, all going well, we'll come out through the break there, follow the channel, and maybe just take her out a little bit around here, and then we'll see how we go. Probably bring her back in just for our first sail. This big boat here is blocking our view, but the bay is just over there, and then you can see the mountains there, so that's where the break is. I'm going to take her out and through and out into the Med. That'll be our first sail actually in the Med, and then we'll bring her back in again. So let's see how we get on, eh? Just started up on both engines. And we're going to put a bit of reverse on in a minute and see how it's all feeling. And then we'll slip the lines and hopefully we'll get out without crashing.
I'm on the last.
Okay, release. Turn it all the way off.
Off.
Line in, yeah.
Captain Sam. Skipper Sam. I'm the captain.
I'm just going to turn around. Just keep an eye on for me there that we don't get too near, yeah?
Good. Yeah, so this is our first sail. Finally managed to get the stuff in and to get out. Look, Captain is so happy. Was a little bit nervous before getting out, but now all is good. I just was so looking forward for our first sail, and to be honest was struggling on the land because I just wanted to get on a boat and start connecting to the waters and start living with the cycle of nature. Beautiful.
Woohoo! This is us on our boat, baby!
Our new sailing home.
Sail, we're off. We made it out of the bay pretty easily, didn't we?
Yeah,
Yeah.
didn't feel like it
Oh, it's-
this
it's-
time.
Yeah, we wobbled side to side a little bit, but that's alright. Lines came off nice and easy. We're heading now, we did a nice easy turn.
Maybe we need to turn now.
Yeah, maybe I need to turn now because we're heading straight towards some rocks. Go up in there and press the stop buttons on the engines. And now turn both keys off. We made it! First sail, first motor done. Getting in was a little stressful, but I think it's the space is so tight, and obviously it was our first time, but we didn't do too bad. So we're in. Time for something to eat. Starving. How did you feel?
Amazing.
Good?
Amazing, amazing. Back to my plans.
Nice first go, yeah?
Yeah, it was good.
I was a little nervous coming back in, but the actual on the water was nice, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well done, Captain Sam.
Oh, well done to you. You helmed most of the way, to be honest.
Yeah.
I was goofing around with stuff. And
I
now
just was looking forward to come back to my plans.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to coming back to a nice sparkling drink.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Our adventure is just beginning, and we couldn't be more excited for what's ahead. Next time we make final preparations and set sail along the stunning Spanish coastline. Our first real taste of life at sea. Don't forget to like, subscribe and join us as we sail the world aboard Kaia. See you soon.